Okay, now you've had a couple of minutes to figure out some of the places that you might actually hear a guest speaker. Could I get some of your responses? Yes?
A church or a temple.
Other places? Yes?
A community organization like an environmental group.
Can you think of anywhere else?
A cultural group.
All right, those are very good answers. Many of you may belong to some form of cultural group related to your own culture. And you may go and hear guest speakers from your own culture talk. Now take a moment to think about the kind of language that would be used in an introductory speech. Usually introductory speeches have common phrases and words that could be interchanged in various parts of the speech. For example, many speeches use certain introductions and closures, like, I'd like to introduce to you Al Gore, or please give a round of applause, or please give a warm welcome for Brenda Halloran. There are certain key gambits that could be interchanged in many different speeches. So we've looked at some of that or we will be looking at some of that later on in the lesson, but right now I would like to focus on descriptive adjectives, describing words. We talked a little bit about that in last class. Now I'd like to go through some of that again today. What are some adjectives that could actually be used to describe a person who is successful? Can we note what some of these might be? Can you give some examples?
Dedicated.
What else could be another example?
Devoted.
What else?
Passionate.
Yes?
Committed.
Excellent. Does anybody require me to go over what some of these mean? Can you tell me what dedicated means? What does that mean?
When someone is very...
So when someone is giving a lot of their time and effort towards something, and that's similar to devoted, somebody who's very focused on a goal or focused on doing something. What about passionate? What does that mean?
Someone who's has a lot of...
Somebody who has a lot of positive energy towards something and a lot of enthusiasm. And committed means, can anybody give an example of what committed means? Who would be somebody that you know that would be very committed to something?
Al Gore.
Yes, so definitely Al Gore was very committed to the environment and to helping educate people about climate change. Excellent. So we will look more at adjectives like these in our upcoming activity. So if you take a look at the transcript from yesterday's introductory speech, you will notice there are some descriptive adjectives. Excuse me for just a second. So if you take a look at the transcript, you will notice that there are descriptive adjectives used in this throughout the speech. These adjectives reflect Brenda Halloran's character. So can you take a moment right now and see if you can find the adjectives in the speech which are a reflection of her character? So what were some of the adjectives you noticed in the speech? Yes?
Well known.
Good. What else?
Enthusiastic.
And what else is another one?
Passionate.
So as the mayor of Waterloo, she's definitely somebody that's well known in the community. So most people know her. She's very enthusiastic about her role as the mayor. And she's very passionate about a number of causes. Because can you take a look in here and just see what some of the causes that she's passionate about? What does she feel passionate about?
Politics.
So politics, and what else do you think she's passionate or about?
Our community, because she's a philanthropist.
Okay, so she gives a lot of her time and her talent. That's another good word. It's more of a noun, but she likes to give a lot of her time and talent. Okay, very good. So now let's take this idea one step further and apply some adjectives to some famous people. You have on the handout in front of you 4 famous people. Below them is a list of adjectives that could be applied to these individuals. Some adjectives will suit some individuals more than others. So we're going to stop for just a minute here, and I'm going to let you take a look at the 4 famous people on the handout in front of you.